We actually were, people are interested, they love the script, but they said that they weren't convinced that the Star Trek fans would support the actors outside of Star Trek. And it's a valid question. It's not, something, because if you're not a member of this community, then that's something would they do that? And I said, well, I know that Paramount, in the beginning, when they were doing the original movies with the original cast, they had a formula, and the formula was they do a movie for 10 million or 15 or 20 million. They knew that they were going to get $25 million from the Star Trek fans. They knew that that was their base, and if the movie was good, then there's word of mouth, and they'd make more. But they knew that they were going to get that. So I said, well, look, even if we get half that, then that would make it a popular movie. That would make it profitable. So we decided to kind of, what's the word for it? I'm losing my mind these days. Appeal to the fans whenever we go to these conventions to come out and support us, when we finally get the movie done. But actually what we're doing right now is we're going on Kickstarter. I don't know but Kickstarter.com, you go on there, you have this pitch, if you have an idea, or if you have a product, or whatever the case, and people donate. Just like donating for a candidate for an office, something like that, you just donate. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go on the pitch, and hopefully you guys will see it. But the big thing for me is just to kind of prove them wrong about us, all of us, is when the movie comes out, I'd love for everybody to come out and support it, because I think then they realize that how wrong they are about the whole Star Trek world. That we love science fiction, but we also love good movies. So that's my next project. Thank you. Cool. And if you don't come out and support us, I'll find you. What's the word? Resistance is futile. So, yeah. Anybody else? Oh, hi. Yes. Who are you?
Sorry, Jeremy John.
Oh, Breakfast Television?
Where's the other mic, guys?
Over here.
I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry I'm late, but we were talking quotes earlier, sir. And if I may, on behalf of the group, I was talking to them earlier. Our favorite is from First Contact, when Picard calls Worf a coward. And if I could bother you, could you be so kind as to give us that one? Give us that line? And that was good, but yours was great.
If you were any other man, I would kill you where you stand. Actually, Patrick does a great Worf. Patrick does a great Worf. And he always has to get into it. If I was any other man, I would kill you.
Now we love our Micheal Dorn, right? Yeah. But as Winnipegers, we also love our bombers. So I was wondering if we could do that same line wearing a Blue Bombers full novelty hand. Wouldn't that be awesome?
What about the Jets? Much better.
So if you wouldn't mind.
Wouldn't mind what?
The same line with the jet stick, right guys?
If you're not a jet, I will kill you where you stand. If you're not a blue revolution, I will kill you where you stand.
Winnipeg Gold Eyes.
Gold eyes?
It's a fish.
If you're
It's a fierce fish. It's like a Klingon of fishes.
a fish. If you're not a Winnipeg, what is it? A
gold eye.
If you're not a gold eye, I will kill you where you stand. Squirt water on you in a very mean way. Oh God! What else?
You're watching breakfast television, and if you change the channel, I'll
do the first part, and you guys do the. You are watching breakfast television, and if you don't, I will.
Micheal Dorn, ladies and gentlemen. Is it too much to go for the Lorax mustache?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Dorn.
Thank you very much. Now, get out! Cool.
Is there anybody else with questions?
Hi, yes. Put the camera down.
Hi. I know you guys had a lot of fun on your shows. Did the director appreciate how much fun you guys had, or did he want you to be serious and you guys weren't?
That was sort of. We're not very proud of those days, but it was one of those things where we were having so much fun that the director had to kind of understand that, and he didn't have to join in. He didn't have to, but he just had to understand that all he had to say was action, and we'll do what he said. But in between time, we were just not that serious, and. There was one director, Joseph Scanlon, who vowed never to work with us again. I mean, vowed, and he didn't. I mean, it was pretty bad. Oh, it wasn't bad. It was just that we weren't serious in between takes. I mean, we could be singing and yelling and laughing and talking about people, and they say action, and we're like, yes, Captain. Sir, I think we should go. Yes, Mr. Worf, yes. And then when they say cut, we're like laughing again and, singing songs and stuff. But when Patrick directed, we were the same. And he never forgave us for that. Because Brent and I there was a scene, and somehow Brent and I, as we usually do, we just got crazy. We just thought that it was the funniest thing, and we started doing voices and doing impressions, and Patrick is trying to get a shot, and we're walking into a bar going, "Hey, we're looking for a woman over there," and over and over and over again. And to this day, he still says, Michael, I've never forgiven you for that. And I said, I know, Patrick, we were bad. But for the most part, I think there were some directors that weren't able to deal with us, and then some that were just great, had a great time, and they worked a lot. And but I think you just have to have that little confidence, especially with a crowd like us, where you just let us do what we're going to do and call action, and hopefully because we're going to hit our marks, In fact, we were known for being able to hit our marks like precisely, and that if you notice on Star Trek, we never talk until the doors close. When you walk out, the doors go, yes, sir, and because that if you did that talk while the doors were, you'd have to redo it again and again and again. So we were good about that, but some directors. Yeah, we ran a couple of guys out, which is not proud of that, but that's the business. Yes. Oh, I thought you raised your hand. Just touching your head.